Hello, greetings. Today we are doing Force of Nature for the following lovelies. Edgar, Chris Marl, and Riley Walsh. I don't think I've said that name before. Hello, Riley. How are you? All right. So, yeah, this song's kind of a beast and also, I think, kind of a masterpiece, so I hope I do it justice. Let's do the rhythm first. The rhythms, the intro is pretty easy. So, power chord at B. That's the 7th fret of the E string. Handy tip for remembering your roots on the E and the A strings are Grandma always brings crappy deviled eggs. The first 3 dots, Edgar, dots, on the E and the A string. So we're looking for B, that's brings, the 7th fret. And we're going to go B and D, which is the 10th fret. You could do it down here on the 5th fret of the A string, but that seems inconvenient to me. Anyways, here we go. And then there's this awesome fill, which could be the lead, could be the rhythm, could be both. I'd say it's either the lead and the rhythm takes a break, or both, but not the rhythm. But either way, you can do it as the rhythm, if you choose the rhythm, because it's way too fun not to do. Do G string 7th fret, and pull off to 6, and then pluck down the open D and then A string. So, and then as the rhythm, you'll hit A, always, the 5th fret, down to G, Grandma. So here we go. You know what I meant to do. All right, cool. For the lead part, you're going to be... Trick is to be soft with your right hand. Alright, so Stone chimes in with the oh-so-signature Stoney solo riffy thing, and we're going to start on the A string 2nd fret. We're going to go up chromatically. That means not skipping any frets. It's kind of anticlimactic because it's just not skipping 1 fret, but up to the 4th fret. So 2, 3, 4, and then D4, back to A2, 4, 5, second half, 2, 4, D4, and then do the fill, and then A4, D4, A2, or if you want to be fancier and slidier about it, you could do A4, 9, 2, so... Anyways, that's the intro. Awesome. The verse is the exact same as the intro, except you might want to make them whole entire bar chords. If you want, it'd be B minor and D major. Major's the one with the middle finger, minor's the one without the middle finger. So 7, 9, 9, and 10, 12, 12, 11. Transition chord, boom, 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 is this. This is in that stroke song that we did. Some people think you're always right. You only live once. It's, here you go, G9, B8, and E10. That's a weird shape that I can explain to you in 1 second. I always find it hard to remember that shape because it's not really normal, right? But do your F-shaped C, on the 8, 8, 9, 10, and then add your pinky finger a la Yellow Ledbetter style, right, on the E string 10th fret, and then get rid of your ring finger, and then it is revealed that it is a C chord with a, well, with a 2 on it, a high 2, so it'd be an add 9. This is a C add 9. That's what it is. Triads are weird because they can be lots of things all at once. It is a C add 9, but it's also... There's a G note, there's a D note, we're making a little G power chord there, and that's an E, which is the 6th note of the G major scale, so given the band is playing G there, you could call this a G6 with an E in the bass. It really doesn't matter, that's the shape. All right, the chord progression for the chorus is D, A, B minor, G. But you hear some sus4 tinklies going on, so I'm going to do my F-shaped D on the 10, 11, and 12th fret. I'm going to exclude the baby E string. You can leave it in if you want. I'm not going to use it. And your sus4 from your F shape is the pinky finger on the G string, 12th fret in the case of D here, right? Down to A, 5th, 6th, and 7th frets. Now B minor's equivalent shape of this is going to be 9 on the D string and 7, 7, 7 with your pointer finger on the rest of the string. So, and now the newly that we're going to do is the B string 8th fret. And then down to G. You can't do any noodlies there, so. Then you can keep playing D this way, because the next two chords are D and A. You can do it that way. I hear a curious D. We've talked about this before, but the better man chord is D with an F sharp in the bass, right? This E string 2nd fret is the same as this E string 2nd fret, so if you change this note to this note, you still have a D chord, it's just with an F sharp in the bass. Well, octaves, we've talked about also, are 2 frets higher and 2 strings down, so here's another F sharp we could put into our D chord thusly. So B string 3rd fret, G string 2nd fret, just like usual, but different fingers, and then ring finger on D string 4th fret, and strum the A string also, which just makes it a D with an A in the bass. And then regular A. And then we hear one guitar going like this, and the G string's ringing out. Listen for it, you can hear it, but D string 5th fret, open G string, 5, 7, 9, 11, back into the verse. The other way to take care of those notes as chords is G. By the way, those notes are G, A, B, C sharp. So as chords, it'd be G, A, but then we're going to play G with a B in the bass, because we could play B minor, but it's not right. It's not wrong, but play G with a B in the bass, which is just A2 and B3, strum the middle 4 strings. And then C sharp, the chord, would be very, very wrong. Right, so it's C sharp minor. Here, context. Not correct. So how the heck do you get C sharp in the bass so we can accomplish our walk? C sharp is in your A chord. It's the 2nd fret of the B string. It's right there, your ring finger when you play an A chord. There's another C sharp on the 4th fret of the A string, so let's put that C sharp in the bass, bar your A chord, and then ring finger, whatever finger you can get it done with on A string 4th fret. So, all together. Awesome. Little mini inter solo there. We're talking about the B minor pentatonic, 7-10, 7-9, 7-9, 7-9, 7-10, 7-10. Go on the D string and slide up to 9. G7, 9, B7, land on G7. In the second verse, there's that little part that could absolutely only be Stone, because only Stone could make his guitar sound like you're stuck in traffic. And I can only hazard a guess here, because I couldn't find any good live versions, and it's kind of buried in the mix. But he's joining the B minor D thing, and then if you grab D and G7, and then grab A and D9, and then grab E and B7, sounds like traffic to me. So the second chorus is of course twice as long, and the second end of the second chorus is well, it's also twice as long. So the lead guitar goes same as it did the first time, but then you're gonna switch to G7, 9, 12, 14. Now the bass, Jeff, goes G, A, B, C sharp, just like from our chords that you could do if you wanted to take care of it that way, twice. So you could do our set of chords 2 times through. G, A, G with a B in the bass, A with a C sharp in the bass, again, G, A, G with a B in the bass, A with a sharp in the bass, or it's pretty satisfying to just wail away on G there. Because the bridge goes into A. I'm not saying that's correct, I'm saying that's pretty satisfying. Yeah, but let's see what it would sound like going from A with a C sharp in the bass to regular old A. That's cool too. That's way more likely to be right, but the G thing's fun. All right, bridge solo thing. So into the A, and then on the B string, you're just gonna go 2, 3, 5, 3, 2 into B minor. You hear this little change? The B string's the 3rd fret, goes to the 5th fret. A couple of times, here and there, whenever you want. 3rd time. I don't know how many times. Last time, the little fill is, instead of what it was, it's 2, 3, 2, open, G2, so. And then it really sounds to me like rhythm guitar hits a big epic G and just lets it ring out. It's the extended walk-up, right? And then again, so there's some support for my G fun, but yeah. And then F sharp, which is really genius. We haven't seen an F sharp yet in this song, and yet there it is at the end of the bridge. So here's the last time. F sharp is 2, 4, 4, 3. In fact, that little arpeggio, I just sounded like the little inter thingy, which we'll do next. Mike's part is the same, or whoever's rising. I'm ceasing to know who does what, but this part. Then it sounds like both guitars hit the F sharp, but you could hit G string 11th fret if you wanted to. Because it literally is an F sharp arpeggio, do your just F-shaped F sharp, 1 fret higher than where F goes, and pluck your D string, G, B, and then slide up to B7. All right, let's try to take care of the solo in the same video. So we're talking about B minor pentatonic. Start on the B string 10th fret, then go to the 8th fret. That's the notable addition. It's in the major scale, it's just not in the pentatonic, so I guess we're not technically. We're talking about inclusive of the pentatonic. 7, here we go. 10, 8, 7, G7, 9. Starts the same, but just end on G7. Then it starts the same again. Same as the first one. Then bend that G string 9th fret. End up on somewhere like it kind of gets buried there, but you know he ends up on D7 at some point. Do whatever noodly suits your druthers there, but he does he slides up 2 frets on that D and G string before he starts to wail away on B and E10. Which brings us to the next part. That's as much as my goldfish brain can retain. I'll just do that. Strikes me there's a little more motion in that thing. So you could go maybe do 10s on B and E, down to 7s, and then just sort of emphasize that B string 10th fret, back to our 7s. If you're feeling really wily, I have trouble with that, but that's sort of an equivalent harmony going on there. G9, B10, back to that. Too much for me, but maybe you like it. Followed by a thankfully repetitive section. We got our 10s, 7, 10, 12, 10, 7. Over and over and over again. And it ends with bend G9, fall down to 7, D9, back to G7. So Yep, and then it ends handily going into the rise. So start on B10, 8, 7, do our G bendy thing. There's a bug. What? That was funny. I'm keeping that. Okay, B10, let's try again. 8, 7. Now, before the G bendy thing, G9, 7, D9, G7, now the G bendy thing. And that note is the first note of the big grand finale. So 7, 9, 11, 14. You can switch to the B string 12th fret here now. 15, bend 17, land on G 16, and end up on our final note, a D note, no surprise, on the 15th fret of the B string. So, and that is it. That's everything I could get out of Force of Nature. Like I said, I hope I did it justice, because I think that whole thing from the writing to the production is just a complete masterpiece. Thank you so much for the excellent request, and that's it. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time with more stuff. Good luck, and goodbye.